Amani Channel here. It is Wednesday and it is time to start. We're going to get started in just a second here. I have a whole lot of good information for you. I have my cell phone going too, so let me mute the volume on my phone so I don't have a feedback going through. So we're going to talk all about how to share information in your authentic voice. It's a question that I get a lot from folks who are just like, I don't feel comfortable speaking. I don't like my voice. I don't feel like myself when I share information. And I get it because I used to be really challenged too. All right, so I have a few cameras set up here. Let me get this one adjusted right here. So it's let me get the framing right here. And yeah, looking forward to sharing this information. So let's go ahead and on Amani Channel, of course, this is the Video Confidence Accelerator Facebook group. And I shouldn't even say that because I'm going to share this across the internet. So I shouldn't even say this is a Video Confidence Accelerator where you learn how to serve more, share more, to sell more with video confidence, all right, by making awesome videos. This is, of course, part of the Video Fearless family. I appreciate all of you for being here. So let me go ahead and just open up my slides and let's just get into it because I don't want to keep you waiting. And let's, all right, so there we go. Cancel there, and let me bring this full screen. Should be able to see that full screen now. Let me do this also. Let me hold on 1 second here. Try to do this. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is how to discover your authentic voice to attract leads, fans, and followers. And of course, at the end of the day, what's up, Kat? How you doing? Glad to see you. What's up, Nishiski? Hey, we missed you at TSP Live or TSP Game Plan this past weekend. Well, hopefully we'll see you this summer at TSP Live. All right, so this is to help you serve more, share more, to sell more. I got a little bit out of order, but no worries. So let's just jump into it now. I'm going to make a big promise to you. I'm going to reveal how to discover your authentic voice if you hate the way you sound, don't feel like yourself, or just aren't comfortable seeing your delivery. And when I say seeing your delivery, I mean after you record a video, you watch it and you're like, that doesn't sound like me. That doesn't look like me, right? Because normally, like, what I like to do is I'll record a video and I'll, like, even if I go live, like, I'll watch it again because now I'm watching it because I'm watching it for things that I don't like that I can do differently. But I talk to a lot of people who are like, I'll record a video and watch it and I won't even share it because I don't like what I see. And I get it because, you know, you're not used to seeing yourself when you're speaking. You're just seeing it. You're seeing yourself from your eyes, and you don't see yourself as everyone else does, like the third party way everybody else sees you. It's a little bit weird. It's a little bit, you know, different. And so, but you have to get used to that. So I'm gonna hopefully get you out of your comfort zone, and that's my big promise to you. All right. So you will use this information. I won't be happy unless you use this information to market with video, to serve more, share more, and sell more. Because I believe that when you're in business really to serve folks. And you're able to serve more people because video allows you to almost duplicate yourself, right? Create one video, multiple people can see it. You can create a course, you can train multiple people at one time. That's really the power of video. So if you can serve more people, you can share more often, you can share with more people, you'll be able to sell more because selling is just a result of service, right? Making money is just the energy, and it will just be almost an automatic effect from being able to serve more people. So if you're with me, say yeah, and let's get into it. What's up, Tiffany? Oh, how you doing? Good to see you, Tiffany. I was gonna reach out to you anyways. What's up, Stacia? We got Kat, we got Donnie. What's up, folks? Glad you're with me right now. So just to share a little bit about me, I'm not going to spend too much time because you don't really care about me. All right, but I'm a video geek. I'm a baseball dad. I have a wife. Been married for almost like 19 years, if you can believe that. I'm a broadcaster. My content's been featured on NPR, CNN, Fox News Channel, HD News, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I work at Fox 5 Atlanta. I'm an award-winning producer. I've worked with brands such as Chick-fil-A, Visa, IHG. I'm Emmy nominated, though I didn't win. I was nominated for an Emmy. I think that's a pretty big deal. And I'm most importantly a professor, educator, and mentor. So that's really, I really like to teach. So I like to teach just as much as I like to work in media. Some folks are like, man, you've worked in the media 20 plus years. I'm like, yes, I have. Because I really like it. I love working in the media. Actually, I had a conversation with a lady yesterday. She was like, did you like it when you were a reporter? And I enjoyed reporting. I was a reporter in a past life. I enjoy reporting, but I just enjoy telling stories, and there are certain things that I like to have a love-hate relationship with the media. I might get into it in this presentation, I might not. We'll see how it goes, all right? But just know that I have a love-hate relationship, not with my company, just with the media in general. All right, so these are some pictures. I want you to take a walk down memory lane. What's up, cutie pie? How you doing? I'm going to take a walk down memory lane. So these are just some pictures from my past media adventures over the years, and I've been able to rub elbows with some celebrities. I met Oprah back in my younger days in Tampa. Harry Connick Jr. is in there. I think John Gruden's there, and just some other folks. It's not really a big deal. It's just what happens when you work in the media. You get exposed and get to meet some different folks. It's not like really just like photo ops really more than anything, but it's kind of cool to see yourself and to take pictures with so-called celebrities. Oh, they're just people at the end of the day, and I do believe that. All right, so you are in the right place, or are you in the right place? So if you're having trouble speaking on camera or using the equipment, and you're missing out on leads, growing your fans and followers, and really making sales, right? So at the end of the day, video, I don't have a lot of the statistics that are online about like 72% of people like would rather watch videos, or they prefer watching video content from brands. We all know that video is king. That's why you go to Facebook. That's why you go to YouTube, LinkedIn, IG, like all these platforms now incorporate video, Pinterest. All these platforms incorporate video because video is really the way to go. Everyone kind of knows that. But that being said, it isn't necessarily easy, especially if you have no idea how to get started or you're just challenged with getting started. All right, so you are in the right place. If you're ready to launch a course, a YouTube channel, or go live on Facebook, but fear stops you. Now, I've talked to some folks who say, well, I'm not really fearful of making videos, but I just stumble, I stutter, I just lump that into fear, all right? Because if you're not communicating effectively, something is blocking you from doing that. And at the end of the day, it might not be like fear, like you're afraid to share a message, but there's something you're doing wrong if you're not able to communicate effectively with video. And I have developed a formula, which I'm going to share in this presentation, which will help you speak in your authentic voice to communicate effectively. And you're also in the right place if you've struggled long enough and you're ready for some expert mentorship to take your business to the next level, all right? Because, video is almost the final frontier, right? Because there's, the internet started with blogging. Blogging is really popular. And I was watching one of the guys I follow on YouTube, one of the so-called influencers, and his opinion was that blogging was almost DEAD. Now, I'm not going to go as far as say blogging is DEAD, but I started off my internet adventures blogging, and I quickly moved into a video blog. But, it's like, I don't know how many, do you even read a blog? Leave a comment below if you read blogs. I just don't know. All right, so if you're in the right place, put yes. All right, I want you to put yes in the comments so that I know you're in the right place. I don't even have a slide if you're in the wrong place, but I will say that you're in the wrong place if you want fame and fortune. If that's the only reason why you're making videos, for fame and fortune. All right, because I'm not about that. I'm about service. I'm about educating, maybe a little entertainment, but really educating and helping people. Serving people is really what I'm all about. All right. So I don't know if you can relate to this photo, but maybe you're like Miss Frustrated, where you've tried to make videos, but just no matter how hard you try, your words just don't come out right. Maybe you're just not happy with your performance. Maybe you're just ready to quit or give up, or you just don't know what you're doing wrong, but it just happens over and over again. And I totally get it if that's you. Or maybe you're like, Miss, don't put the camera on me because I'd rather be behind the scenes. Because maybe you like running your business, but you'd rather be the person who's, playing with the puppet strings, right? You're just sort of behind the scenes. You're running things, you're running the show, but you don't like to be on Front Street. I totally get it. I'm an introvert. I know that on camera, I look super excited and I look extroverted, but put me in social situations and I'm really not comfortable. I really don't like and I presented at many, many conferences, but when I get in front of large groups, it makes me a little anxious. I get nervous. I get kind of choked up, believe it or not. It's just my personality and it's something that I have to work through, but I'd rather talk to a camera than speak to large groups of people. Now, some people are just the opposite. It just really depends upon your temperament. But it's all good because no matter whether you're good from the stage or if you're not good from the stage, you can be great on camera if you just learn the right techniques. So I believe that. All right, so Tiffany says, yes, sir. I appreciate that, Tiffany. Thanks for engaging with me. All right, so this is a picture from my early days working in front of the camera. I was probably about 20, maybe 24. I look about 18. Definitely a green guy, but these are the days when I really struggled. I don't know if I was really struggling on this particular live shot, but I just wanted you to see this because this was in the era of Amani's struggles. All right, this is early in my career in Fox 13 in Tampa, which is where I started reporting. So my first job out of college, I went to the University of Florida. I worked in DC for a year at WJLA, and then I transferred to I got a job in Tampa, Florida, and they had a reporter trainee position where it basically was kind of like a mentorship, but I went through all the different departments. So I worked on the assignment desk, I worked in editing, I learned how to shoot a little video, I learned how to edit, I already said that, and then I started writing, and then I started babbling in front of the camera, and I would get super nervous. Because I was like, Tampa's a pretty big market. Like I work in Atlanta now. Atlanta's the 10th largest market in the country. Tampa's like number 13 out of like 200. They're like 200 plus markets. And I was just really green. I would get really nervous. I would get anxious. I would stutter. I call it anxiety. Like, I don't know if it was clinical anxiety, but it would be fear that would I would get choked up where I couldn't communicate on camera. And it was problematic because it was going on year after year. And finally, a mentor came to me. Well, a friend of a photographer came to me and he was like, Amani, what's going on with you? He's like, you're really struggling. I was like, yeah, I know. Somebody told me to be like a certain reporter and it just really isn't matching with me. So he really started working with me. And at the end of the day, he helped me discover my authentic voice. And out of what I learned from him, his name is Rod Finch. I'm going to show a slide of him in just a second. But I developed a formula that works really well with helping people do just that. All right. So I'm going to get into it now. So what I've learned from doing this 20 plus years, right? There's the proof of it. I've been in this business for a while. I still work in TV. I've developed a method. It's really a formula to help you speak on camera and really shine on camera. I want you to shine with your superhero. I want you to show your superhero really is what I want you to be. I've also developed video options that won't break your bank. So video production equipment that won't break your bank. So I've developed a method I call it a mini home studio. So that's what I have right now. Now I'm not going to get into too much in this presentation, but that's one thing that I've also developed. And I've developed a fast and efficient production process. And you really need both things. You need the messaging, you need to develop, share a message, and then you also need the equipment to do so. So you really need the two things. And I discovered this the hard way, right? Years and years of struggling on camera. But what you're going to get is the fast and easy way. It's really, I call it the cheat, right? And so that's Rod Finch. That's the photographer that worked with me. Rod's like one of my best friends in the media. He lives in Atlanta here now. We worked in Tampa together. He lives in Atlanta now, so it's awesome. And this is me years later. This is back in 2000. This is the last time I worked for a network. This is HD News, which was a high definition network that I worked for back in 2008. That was the Obama election. So this is the challenges that I hear from a lot of folks. And just put this is me, or put a 1 in the comments if you don't like your voice, you feel like you're not perfect, you're worried that people will reject you, you feel like you have bad body language, you don't like talking to a camera, you don't know what to say, you feel like you're boring, you'll get anxious, you're not attractive. If you suffer from any of these challenges, just put a 1 in the comments, because at the end of the day, fear is that boulder that's preventing us from being really successful with our video marketing. And I want you all, what I'm planning to do through this presentation is blow up that boulder. All right, so let's get into it now. So there are 2 things that your videos must have, all right? The first thing is you must have an effective message and delivery. And when I say effective message and delivery, what I'm talking about is being able to speak in your authentic voice. Because if you're not coming off as authentic, if you seem fake, or you're just not delivering your message in a conversational way, you're not going to develop that know, like, and trust, right? You're not going to be believable. So you really need that. And the other part of the equation is having the equipment and knowing how to use it. So there's really 2 halves of the equation. With this presentation, we're going to get into the message and delivery, but I've developed a process, which I'll share shortly, that really simplifies both the production and the messaging. Now I have some questions for you real quick. So what is stopping you from making videos? You can put it in the comment. Okay, so Tiffany says all the above. So what is stopping you from making videos? I would love for you to put your comments, your answer in the comments. So what's stopping you from making videos? So I'd like to know, to make sure that I'm covering the information in this presentation to really help you solve your problem. what if you don't conquer your fear? What will happen? All right, what will happen to your business? What do you feel like will be the result if you're not able to start making videos, or you don't start leveraging this tool in your communications for your business? And I want to know if you suffer from negative self-bias. What is negative self-bias? Have you heard of negative self-bias? Well, just through my research and through when I developed this program, I was doing research on self-talk, and basically negative self-bias is the negative opinions that we have of ourselves about an outcome, about an action, or about the future. So we do a lot of negative projecting, like and it's basically a version of fear, right? So a lot of times we don't take action because we're fearful about the result. And a lot of times our negative self-talk and negative self-bias will prevent us from having positive results. And so that's a negative self-bias. That's Amani Channel's definition of negative self-bias. But go on and Google it, write down negative self-bias and look it up. But you'll get it when you understand what negative self-bias is, because a lot of people are naturally negative. We talk to ourselves generally negative. We worry about things that won't happen. We create problems in our minds before they happen. That's all negative self-bias. And that's what happens a lot of times when it comes to making videos. Oh, people are going to think that I think I'm all that if I start making videos. They might not like me. All the scenarios that we create in our minds that prevent us from sharing our blessing, because I really feel like if you have a message to share, if you know you can serve people, if you know you have a solution that will help others, you're really not living into your true self if you're not sharing that with others. And if you're not sharing it, these days. Okay, so Tiffany says, how to be my authentic self. All right, perfect. So that's perfect, Tiffany. Thank you. Taking a water break here. All right, so you got to remove that negative self-bias, and I that's something that I definitely help people do. All right, so I'm gonna make a couple of shifts. I'm gonna sort of shift the way you think about videos and about the production process. I'm going to use some students that I've worked with in the past as sort of case studies. So just bear with me. And I hope that from their examples, you can see why this is a shift and why this shift is really a true shift. So the first shift is that speaking on camera is the easiest type of public speaking. To hell you say. Oh, no, it isn't. It's awful. I'm terrible on camera. I don't know how to speak on camera. Okay, so Tiffany says, definitely negative self-bias, and that is a big problem. So, but it's one that you can conquer, Tiffany, definitely. All right, so why is speaking on camera the easiest type of public speaking? Well, I'm going to share the example of May Urbano, who's a strong bikini mom, and her pain was that she suffers from almost a debilitating fear of public speaking, where she would procrastinate. She would get physically sick at the thought of recording a message or sharing she's like a worker. She's like a fitness instructor, right? She helps moms who've had like 2 kids, like get rid of their bellies. She has certain exercises that she works on the core with. I mean, she's great at what she does. And you can see from the picture, like she's a cute young lady, right? But she would get physically sick when it came to sharing her message on camera. She suffered from severe anxiety, even worse than what I feel. And I was a pretty severe case. And so what happened to May? Well, she went through my program, and at the end of it, she said that it's easier because you're only speaking to a camera. Now, she is an introvert, and, I'm introverted, so I can definitely relate to some of her challenges. But when she first started on YouTube, she was only making non-speaking videos. And through going through my program and through a lot of encouragement, she ended up starting to make speaking videos. And, she's still a work in progress. But still, I mean, just the fact that she's able to share a message on video is like a win, right? It's a huge win. So I applaud May just for her efforts and for sticking with the process. All right, this is shift number 2. You are authentic already. You just need to discover it on camera. So do you have any challenges like communicating with a friend? Or if you were to say, hey, Amani, let's go meet at Starbucks. Let's have a business meeting. Are you going to be intimidated to talk to me or share your message or to communicate with me? Because if you're in business and you have trouble communicating, you're not going to be in business much longer, right? So you probably already know how to speak and communicate. It's just that camera is something about speaking to the camera is what's throwing your whole thing off. And so this is the example of Chip Desard, who I've known Chip for years and years. And I would say that he was more of a mentee than a student. I met Chip online, like on YouTube back in like 2006. Right, like shortly after I moved to Atlanta, I was working for a small cable network that was developing a citizen journalism show. And I found Chip's content online. He was like he was shooting, like he was a cameraman shooting like little user generated like citizen journalism type of political stories. He like got Bill Clinton at one of his videos, and this is like really in the early days of YouTube. So I noticed Chip was like, he was a web developer back in those days, and he's grown on to become a wedding photographer, like a destination filmmaker. So he's like a keynote speaker now. So when I first started working with Chip, because we went on to develop a YouTube channel called Web Video Chefs. This was pre-Video Fearless. And I remember one day Chip flew to Atlanta, and we were going to shoot some videos. And he said to me, we were done recording, and he said, and he didn't look comfortable all the way. He looked kind of uncomfortable, a little intimidated. He's like, man, Amani, I'm just not you. I just can't do it. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, man, I'm just not you. I wasn't a reporter, man. I don't have your personality on camera. I can't do this. I was like, look, Chip, you cannot be me. You can only be you. And Chip's gone, like he's a rock star when it comes to his video marketing. And if you're into wedding films, he's had his stuff featured. I think his videos were featured in like Essence and all over the web. He speaks at conferences all the time now. And he says that 75 to 85% of his business comes from his presence on social media. He says, I learned everything from you. And, he did, but Chip's gone. He's like a rock star now. Chip's like, I was talking the other day, he was like reminiscent about, yeah, remember when I couldn't do it and I was all challenged? I was like, yeah, but you're doing it now, and that's what matters. And so, you have it in you to share a message. It's just a matter of tapping into that authentic voice that's already in you and then sharing your brilliance on camera. And you definitely can do it, because I've helped dozens and dozens of people do it. And that's what Video Fearless is all about. So the last shift is that video isn't challenging if you have a system. So some of the reasons why you're just challenged with making videos is because you're not sure about the process of how do you make a video? How do you go from idea to message to delivering it on camera? And the last example is a young lady named Shayna. Oh, I spelled her name wrong. It's with a Y. Hold on, let me fix my typo here. If you know me, you know that I'm not one to I'm not perfect. I'll just put it that way. So Shayna is a business consultant. She has her own business, and when she came to me, I met her at a conference, and she had just got finished presenting on stage, and she had such a strong presence on stage. I was like, man, she was like a rock star. Just had full command of the stage, and just not afraid to speak and really move the audience. And so she came out like, Amani, I need some help because LinkedIn Learning wants me to partner with them, but I get really anxious. Like I'm afraid that I'm not gonna be able to make the videos for my demo that they need me to make. She was like in a panic, really, and I was like, look, Shayna, I said, well, we'll get you there if you need to create demos. Let's just see what it is, and I talked to her about it, and we came up with a solution for her. And she was just, she get really anxious. She wasn't uncomfortable. She had little to no confidence. Her eye contact, like when I first started working with her, she wouldn't even look the camera really in the lens. Her eyes are kind of shifting, and that's all natural for newcomers or folks that aren't used to speaking with camera. But that's really important, though. Eye contact is important. And so what happened with Shayna? Well, that's her. I just saw her this past weekend at another conference. And what she said was that I know video will be what changes the game for us in 2020. I'm not going to read her whole testimonial there. She said, y'all, I have to take a moment to really give a genuine shout out to Amani Channel. He's the truth when it comes to his video fearless curriculum, yada, yada, yada. All right, so I'm going to actually pause right now. Let me do this. I'm going to see if I can do this here. Let's, all right, this is Shayna. This is So when I was at the conference, I didn't bring my video camera, but I saw another young lady who helped me out because her name is Bree, and she had a camera and a microphone. I was like, oh, Bree, I need to record a testimony with Shayna because Shayna's like rocking it now. And so she's like, okay. So she, a little business lady, she charged me like $20, and she recorded this test. So this is Shayna Atkins in her own words about her experience and how she became camera confident. If it works.
I'm actually really comfortable on the stage, and I had done a couple of speaking engagements. Actually, I had been just flew to the Radical Research Summit in Vancouver, Canada. Right after my speaking engagement, I'm in the bar and a guy says, "Hey, I think you'd be a great trainer for LinkedIn Learning." The next day, LinkedIn Learning reaches out, and I just realized that though I feel comfortable on the stage where I'm sharing my story, when it comes to video, I just don't naturally connect the same way. And I was afraid that if I didn't get some help, that I would sabotage the situation. And I've done it in the past, and I just didn't want that to happen. So I was actually at another speaking engagement on the stage, and I walked outside and I saw the founder of Video Fearless, Amani Channel. And it's like when I saw him, I was like, you are exactly what I need. My anxiety levels are really high. I had a deadline to get some content over to LinkedIn Learning to confirm that we could do, that I was a fit. And I was like, just please, like, let's find some time. Amani was patient, and he helped to address not only just my presence and tools and tips and tricks to show up better in video. So my results from working with Amani Channel Video Fearless is I did close that contract with LinkedIn Learning. I actually ended up launching a whole new kind of digital product around courses because I was able to record content for Black Friday. So I actually launched courses on Black Friday, brought some revenue into my business around the holiday season, which is actually slow for service-based businesses, for consulting companies. I just started to record my story more. Like, you actually will find me now. I have a tripod in my backpack. Like, I actually upgraded my phone so that I can record video and record my story more. I think I do actually have a story as to why I started my business and the journey that I'm trying to get to. I have very specific goals, and people want to hear that. Like, I'm a woman in tech, I'm a woman of color. There's not a lot of people who have my profession that look like me, and I realized that video will help me to actually get that out there, and people want to hear that. And it's like Amani Channel helped me almost like come into myself a little bit. So I'm thankful to him for that. My recommendation is that you reach out to Amani Channel of Video Fearless, and you engage with some of his curriculum and coaching, because really he is the key, and he will help a lot of us kind of scale past that billable hour.
All right, so I want to thank Shayna, first of all, for the shameless plug there. But really, at the end of the day, what I care about more is you taking this information and running with it. So whether or not we end up working directly one-on-one or, however it looks like, you can take this information and start practicing and start getting better and start sharing your blessing and start sharing your information on camera. And I want to say that 80% of video production is in your head, right? It's in the planning, it's in the mental preparation, it's in the self-talk. And if you're able to conquer that and not worry about that, let me lose this. Hold on one second here. This isn't recorded now. All right. If you're able to get through the mental challenges, really it becomes systematic. And there's a systematic way you can go from sharing a message to, getting it online and speaking to a camera, whatever it may be. And it won't be a challenge for you. And so that's really more of what I'm concerned with. All right. So let me hop back into these slides here. All right, so what did I discover that's helped others discover their confidence, that's helped myself become a fearless storyteller, and other students? And when I say my other students, I say in a fraction of the time it took me. So Shayna, for example, when I met her, I was like, normally I do my coaching in 6 to 8 weeks. Her timeline was a little bit tighter, so I said, I can get you there in 4 weeks. Now I know that sounds like
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat?
Siri talks to me. Sorry about that. So we ended up doing it in 4 weeks. And so, that seems like a very good sign, right? It took me like 4 years to become camera confident. I helped her in 4 weeks. So if you'd like a fast solution, which I'm about to share with you, the pillars of my program or my system that I developed, go ahead and say yeah in the comments, and I'll get into it really quickly here. All right, so I created 3 pillars that are pillars of my program I'm about to share with you right now. So this is it. M plus G plus R equals getting video fearless. Now people are like, what's video fearless? I don't understand. Well, when I say video fearless, all I mean is Just fear making videos just a little bit less each time you record a video, just a little bit less, right? So if my son, when he first started riding a bike, he did not want to pedal fast. He was like, Daddy, I don't want to pedal fast. It makes me scared. I was like, dude, you got to pedal. You got to get that momentum. Each time he rode his bike, he got a little less fearful of riding his bike. And now he rides his bike fast. He has no problems riding his bike. And so that's just it. If you can get a little less fearful of making videos and just learn tools and techniques to share a message on camera, you'll be able to do it too. All right, so this is it. The formula is M plus G plus R. So what does that represent? Well, M is the message. All right, you gotta have a message. You have to know your message. What does that involve? Well, it means you have to know who you're talking to. It means that you solve a pain and you deliver transformation in either your message or in your methods that you're sharing in your video. So if you have a solution for folks that you know works, you have to make sure you're talking to the person's pain point and make sure you're presenting your information like you know this is going to help people. You know this will help folks if they just follow your advice or follow your suggestions. That's really important in your messaging. To deliver your message, to deliver your solution, to deliver the problem, to speak to all those pain points. And really, at the end of the day, if you just speak to one person, that's all you have to do is just speak to one person when you're speaking to a camera. Now, folks are like, how do I just don't, speaking to one person, I just don't know what to do. Well, think about a Zoom call, right? You can see a person at the other end of your, it's more like a telephone call, but at the end of the day, there's video involved with it, right? You almost have to put yourself in the same mode when you're making a video, that you're just talking to one person. Though it is a one-sided conversation, if you're teaching someone something that you know, and you have a formula to present the information, it really can become systematic. So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, G is for gear. All right, so you have to have the equipment to make videos. I'm just gonna, I know this is talking about sharing your message, but you do have to have some equipment as well to share your message, especially a microphone is really important, or a camera. That's really important because you're not gonna be able to make a video if you don't have a camera or I think a microphone can almost be optional depending upon your situation, but I really teach my students to use professional techniques in a mini studio setting or in a downsized setting where you don't have to spend the big studio budget, but get the same equipment. Get a camera, get a tripod, get a mic, get some lights. That's all we use in professional video. That's all we do as professionals. That's all the equipment we use. I shot with Dr. Bernice King today. It's Martin Luther King's birthday, and we had to shoot an interview with him with her at my station, and we had 3 cameras and we had lights, and there's like Pelican case, there are huge cases and a cart we had to bring all our equipment on. And you don't have to make it that complicated. There's you can use a webcam, you can use a smartphone, you can use your cell phone, but use the same techniques. And that's what I teach my students. Just use the same techniques the professionals use, and you'll be in great shape to share your message. Where's the R? Oh, okay. And then the R. And what's up, Nicole? I see you there watching as well. What is the R? So the R is routine. Now, why is routine important? Well, because you have to have a regular and consistent time to practice making videos, right? This is really important to getting authentic. It's just practicing, sharing, and speaking to the camera. You're not going to get comfortable. You have to stay relaxed when you're sharing a message. You're not going to get comfortable if you don't practice, if you don't have a routine. And I say practice makes proficient. Now, what happens with a lot of folks is they record a video, they don't like it, they don't share it. They record another video, they don't like it, they don't share it. It takes them 2 or 3 hours to record a video. It becomes a problem. Look, if it's a chore to make videos, you're not going to do it. It's just the bottom line. But you're not going to get better if you don't practice. You're not going to get to that point where it becomes almost second nature if you don't practice. That's why going live is such a blessing, because when you go live, it's like me right now, right? This is live. There are no do-overs. I'm having to present this information. I have one take to present it. Yeah, I'm not doing it perfectly, but I'm getting through it. But if I want to practice, put all the reps in all the years prior to, it probably wouldn't be as comfortable as it is for me now. You got to practice. You got to get the reps in. Going live is a great way because you don't have to worry about editing it. Recording a video in one take is the easiest way to record a video when you're live. You have one take, you have one shot to do it. It's a great way to get into that routine of making videos. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, so remember, M plus G plus R equals getting video fearless. All right. Now I'm going to share with you, I wasn't going to do this, but since you're watching this right now, does that make sense also? I like to know, does that make sense? Hey Lisa, how you doing? I should have been waving at folks too. Does that make sense to you? So I'm gonna go ahead and share. I wasn't gonna do this, but I was like, hey, for folks who are actually investing the time, spending the time with me, I'm gonna share right now my video confidence formula with you. This is the system that I use to help Shayna get comfortable. That I use, that Chip used, that May used, all my students who go through any coaching with me, or any students that go through my mentorship program. This is the formula. All right. So the first thing you have to do, you have to just commit to making videos. And it's really important to commit, because if you're not committed, it's not going to be something that you must do. It's not going to be a requirement. When you're committed to, so a few years ago, I decided to stop eating meat. Like, I'm a pescatarian, basically, where, I mean, it's no big deal, but I just don't eat chicken. I don't eat beef. Like, and it's not that I'm doing it for health reasons or for religious reasons. It's just like an inner voice was telling me to stop eating meat. And I'm not saying that I haven't like had a chicken wing or anything over the past 2 years, because I have, but meat is really not a part of my regular diet. I don't eat chicken. I don't eat like wings regularly. There was some pork at work. I did taste it. I have to admit, I did taste it. There was the guy cooked some pork. I did like have a little tiny piece of it because I just want to taste it. But I don't really eat meat. Is not a part of my regular diet. All right. Now, when I made the commitment, I was just like, look, I'm going to stop eating meat. From that point on, I have not been a regular eat meater. All right. It's just, and it's not like I can't say that I won't ever go back to eating meat again. But for right now, that's the decision that I made. So you have to make the decision to make videos. You have to be committed to the process. I hope that makes sense to you. You have to be committed to, and that's why sometimes you need some accountability. That's why it's important to work with, when it comes to working out, people have like accountability partners. I'm an accountability partner when you join any sort of coaching with me. But that's why it's important to be committed to make a decision just that you're going to make videos. All right, number 2. M&M. That's for message and mindset. All right, so you have to have your mindset right. And next to that, you have to have your message. I already told you that's part of the 3-part pillar of this program, right? So what is having the message? Well, it's knowing what to say. It's having a message organized and thought about before you go to record. So you may have tried to record a video and you just try to go off the top of your head. And it doesn't work, right? Like, just winging it will not work when it comes to making videos. It just won't. And for me, I can just kind of like think about a topic and I can just share my expertise, because this is what I know how to do. Like, this is what I've done for the past 22 years. Like, this is what I know. But if you're just getting started, you're not going to be able to wing it. Trust me, you're not. So that's why like writing out some talking points are important. Knowing who you're talking to, having an idea of what you're going to say is really important. And practicing is really important. That's part of the formula as well. All right, so we have the commitment, messaging, and mindset. 3, gear. I already explained the gear to you. Let's go to practice. We already talked about practice. Practice is part of the routine. What do you do next? All right, part 5. You gotta relax. All right, that's just relaxing, just easing your mind, easing the tensions, easing the stress away. You're not gonna be able to be yourself if you're not relaxed. All right, if you're not in a nice, peaceful state, if you're uptight, if you're nervous, it's just not going to work. I hope this makes sense to you. And the last part of it is just presenting, sharing, going live. All right. That's the 6 parts of my formula. That's the way you can get camera confident. That's the way you can speak in your authentic voice. Now, there are some additional suggestions that I make to all my students as we move through this process. That's basically the process that you will follow. Right. So hopefully that made sense to you. Now, of course, I can't go through everything, but hopefully you've really gotten a lot through this presentation. I hope you've been taking some notes. Hopefully you basically have been, hopefully you appreciate this information, because this is really, I've worked in the news business for 20 plus years. And when I started sharing this, teaching this, my brother was like, dude, why are you teaching people this? People don't want to know about video production. People don't need to know about what we do. I was like, yeah, they do. I'm gonna tell you another quick story. So growing up, I'm from a city called East Palo Alto, California. Now, growing up, it was the late 80s, early 90s, and like any other inner city neighborhood, like the drug game was very severe in my community, where my city was always in the news because of crime and violence, basically. And my family was basically, I have mother, father, my dad's mother are both college educated. So in one sense, I was living in a very, people would characterize it as a high crime area. But within our own house, like we lived a pretty sheltered life. Like my brother and I, we made music. We were very musical, artistic, that sort of thing. My mother was always home. She was like a stay-at-home mom. So we were sheltered from all that stuff. So, and once, we watched the news and it was like the news portrayed our city one way, but our experience was really something else, like being in the house, being in this sheltered environment. I was like, well, why does the media always like characterize our city as being a violent place? Because people would like be scared of us because we were from East Palo Alto. So, I say that all to say that now we live in a time that's very special because now we don't need the media to tell our story. You can tell your story yourself. All right. This is really the core of why I'm so passionate about teaching, because now we have the power. The power is in our pocket. And true enough, I still work for mainstream media. Yes, I do. But everyone else can, and even myself, you can share your message without the news. You can share a message with your cell phone. You can share a message with your webcam. You can share a message. You can use the same type of equipment as the big boys do. And that is very, very powerful. That's why you must, because you can, right? We can share a message. So hopefully you found this information valuable. I wanted to bless you. Sorry to get on that soapbox, but I just wanted to share with you my big picture of what motivates me to do this. All right. So obviously I can't cover everything in what we've been going for 40 minutes. I can't cover everything in a 40-minute presentation. You have things to do. I appreciate your time. Your time is valuable. My time is valuable. This is just to give you a snippet of information. I could go for hours talking about this stuff. But what I have created is a special offer. This is the first time I put something like this together for you. This is basically so you can get everything you need to know to get confident, to speak in your authentic voice, to make videos so you can learn both the production and the messaging portion of it. Now, I will ask for your permission to share it with you. If you're not interested, I'll just end this now. If you'd like to learn about what I put together for you, go ahead and say yeah. If Elisa, Tiffany are still watching, I'd love to get your thoughts on it. But this is like I said, this is an offer that's actually going to be I've changed sort of the structure of what I usually put together for folks. And this is the first time that I'm offering it in this format. So if you're interested in learning about it, I love to share it with you, but it's no big deal to me. Like, I know this information, I'm looking to help others, but, let me see if my phone's is this thing working now? Oh, I can't even see the comments. Let me, I can't see. There we go. Now it's working. All right, cool. All right, so I'm just going to go on and I'm going to share it with you. All right, so I think you'll be thrilled to learn about the Video Confidence School. You're wondering, what is the Video Confidence School? So it's a 6-module. I say 6 week, but it's a six module video confidence program that gives you accountability and instruction while developing your video muscle. Now, I say video muscle because remember, we got to get you in a routine. I want you to be strong, proficient video maker. So that's why I say build video muscle. You'll get instant, immediate, 24/7 lifetime access. And it is literally step-by-step handheld instruction on how to get you confident on camera, how to make videos. Really, I'd say it's a college level course in getting in video making. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get my video confidence formula. You're going to get the video attraction framework, which is basically teaching you how to build that know, like, and trust really quickly, because that's really important. That's what a lot of folks say the advantage of making videos is, that immediate know, like, and trust. But there's a certain way you need to message your videos to do that. You get my live video mastery, so how to speak live on camera. You'll also get the home studio setup. In addition to that, you'll get editing 101. You'll get the 2020 video planning guide, which is basically how to create long-term content, how to create regular content. Because, making videos is not a one and done thing. You can't just make one video, expect it to go viral and call it a day, right? You want to build your presence. You want to create multiple content. You can see the value of the different, of the information there. No big deal. Its total value is $6,482. All right, now, who is this work for? You may be wondering if this is for you, because that's what I'll be wondering right now. Who is this for me? Will this work for me? So my information has worked for both introverts and extroverts. I told you about Shayna. I told you about May. It will work for men or women. If you have extreme performance anxiety or just don't feel 100% like yourself on camera, it will work. Or if you've never made a video before, right? You might be like, yo, I've never made a video before. I had a student named Misty Harris, and I usually include her testimonial, which I took it out. But when I first contacted her and came in contact, she was like, look, I've never made a video. I don't know anything about the equipment. I don't know anything about anything. And when she got on my program, she caught fire making videos twice a week on Facebook Live. She would go regularly on Facebook Live. She was a parenting and etiquette coach. And a TV network reached out to her after seeing her videos and was like, yo, we're going to go through all your video content and we're going to consider you for our show. So that's just the magic of video, right? Or if you just want some mentorship and accountability, right? Having the accountability is really important. There are folks who, just don't get that. They just don't, get that support. And you really need that support to be successful. All right, so how can your content be used? Well, it can be used for Facebook and Instagram lives, recorded videos, for media interviews, for website videos, for sales videos, for courses, all those things. Now, at this point, I had two choices, right? I could keep struggling, trying to figure it out. No one taught this in school, right? I spent 4 years, I got a degree in broadcast production, but no one prepared me for the challenges of reporting, like when I first started reporting, and until I found a mentor who helped me. But, I was getting no help. Like I was just struggling, figuring it out myself. Now, the option B for me was to require a little humility. I had to listen to someone else who had more information about how to become successful on camera. So if you're able to make the investment and have the humility, in exchange, I can devote resources to guarantee your success. So I want you to just imagine the possibilities. These are some of the other students that I've worked with. Let me do this real quick so I can see what I'm reading. All right, so Kenny Rushing, he's actually an investor in Tampa that I work with. Actually, before I even developed Video Fearless, this is way back when I was just doing freelance commercials. He says, please listen to everything my video mentor says. Amani Channel coached me on video nearly 15 years ago, and if not for his help, I would not have made millions with my TV commercials, interviews, infomercials, and internet sales letters, squeeze pages. Thanks, Amani. Without you, it would not have been possible. You're the best. Daniel No Con, she's one of my members of my this group, the Video Confidence Accelerator. She says, hey, Amani, Video Fearless people. I did my first Facebook Live, yay. A friend of mine, she just shares some examples of it, but she goes on to say that I'm working on some ideas they gave me for another live tomorrow, right? So there's the routine, right? She did one today, she's going to do one tomorrow. And then Charlotte Squire, she's another student of mine who went through my program. She says, I've been playing around with video today and was thinking about how you and grateful I am for your guidance and motivation, Amani Channel. Your course is brilliant. Wishing much success for you and Video Fearless in 2020. I'm planning on making loads of videos this year. All right. So Charlotte, when I connected with her, her problem was that her mind would always go blank. Like as soon as she went to record, her mind would go blank. And I actually tested her. I was like, it was just via Zoom, right? She lives in Germany, so she's not states bound. I was like, let's just imagine we're at a coffee shop and I asked you, what does a law of attraction coach do? What would be your answer to me? And I watched her mind go like she started looking confused, and she could not. When I put her on the spot, her mind went blank. She couldn't communicate. So I did a quick little exercise with her, and in 15 minutes she was like able to speak on camera. So that's how fast it can work if you're able to just apply and listen. Let me go back to full screen now. All right, so for me, I say it's a good deal at $6,500. To me, it'd be a good investment. To me, it'd be a no-brainer in 1997. I really believe that about this program. I've seen it change lives. I've seen it have results. I've seen it transform folks to not being able to communicate to being awesome, sharing their message, sharing their blessing with others on camera, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, etc. So if all this did was give you the formula to become camera confident, do you believe it would be worth it? I would say yes. If all it did, let's just don't think about the price. I don't want you to think about the price now. I don't want that to be a barrier to you answering these questions. All right. All this did was remove your worries, remove the stumbles, the ums, the babbling, the uncertainty, the frustration, the not being able to share a message in your authentic voice. Would it be worth it then? I say yes. I say hell to the yes. What if all I do is provide professional mentorship with support, with accountability? Do you feel like it'd be worth it then? Some professional advice, suggestions. Would it be worth it to you then? I say, once again, I say yes, but it's up to you to answer those questions. All right. The question is, what is business success worth to you? Is it worth $1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or more? How much would you pay? How much would you pay to get a proven system that works, right? So I developed a system out of my experiences and my experiences working with other people. Like I developed a system where I've seen this first for students who don't know anything about video production, who know the first thing about how to make a video. You can and you will be able to share your message. So whatever your goals are, you'll be able to do that. So you can get started right now for $24.97. That was the price that came to me. I felt like that would be a great value for this program at $24.97. That's not what I'm going to charge you right now. So $19.97, that's another price that a lot of coaches, I see a lot of programs out there for $19.97. Folks feel like that'd be a great deal. I feel like it'd be a great deal at $19.97. All right. But I'm not going to charge you that right now either. So that's not the investment for you right now. So if you're ready to get started right now, it will be the entire program will be for $497 if you're ready to get started today. I will say this price is going, because this has been the price pretty much since I launched Video Fearless, since I created Video Fearless, has been $497, and I'm actually raising my prices this year to $997. So this price will last until Sunday. So if you're really ready to get started, I suggest you go to videofearless.co/order and enroll in the program. You'll have immediate access. Now, I will say that this program is transferring from a live coaching program to a recorded. So these calls are all on demand. So you can basically watch this and have access to this information whenever you want to. So I'm in the process of updating all the content. I think the first 4 modules are there. I need to update the last 2, but you can get started right now. Like all the content is there for Video Fearless. All the content will be there shortly. So there's nothing stopping you from getting started right now. All right. But in addition to that, I do have some bonuses. So you'll get the Confidence Warehouse, which is email support, is private group support. I believe this is priceless. Like having the support, the mentorship, just being able to reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm having a challenge. What about this equipment? What about that equipment? That's what you'll get when you enroll in the program. And then I have some awesome, this is actually bonus number 2, but I call this bonus number 1. So this is the Confidence Bootcamp. This is the pilot program that started Video Fearless. So it is a $997 value. I'm also including easy editing secrets, because a lot of folks say, Amani, I want to start editing. And you can start editing. It isn't that complicated. I perform an edit in 10 minutes. If you're able to copy exactly what I do, you'll be able to do the same thing. So a lot of folks are like, but editing is so complicated. It takes so much time. I literally complete this edit in 10 minutes. If you don't believe me, just enroll in the program. Watch the bonus. I complete the edit in 10 minutes. And you can do the same thing. So that's why I call it Easy Editing Secrets. That's bonus number 2. And this is a list of what you're going to get so far, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep going. All right, so Callie Barati, she said, Amani, you're a great instructor and mentor in my professional development as a video producer and digital marketer. The lessons you share are always right on time and easy to put into place. Out of any other course or workshop I've invested in as a postgraduate business professional, your classes have by far achieved my highest return on investment. So that is an awesome words. Thank you, Kathy, for that. I just want to show you that there are plenty of folks who I've encountered who've had positive experiences with my information. I've been teaching for probably going on 10 years now. This, like I said, next to video production, this is what I love and love to do. All right, so you're getting the video confidence formula. This is all what you're getting. I'm just going to scroll through it. All right, so that's the value of it. All right, there's some other bonuses, though. There's the stage fear antidote, because I'm a guy who's, though I'm okay on camera, speaking from stage is a little more challenging for me. So Stage Fear Antidote is lessons to help you learn how to present a message, how to deliver a message, and how to practice and get ready to deliver a message, all the mental work that goes into speaking from stage. So that's a number 3 bonus, because what might happen is you might start creating videos, and then someone who has an event or a conference might say, hey, we'd love for you to be. That's what happened to me when I started making videos. Different conferences started reaching out to me from seeing my videos online. And so you have to be ready for that as well. All right, video bonus 4 is the Video Gear Avalanche, which is basically my guide, my production guide for video production. I'm also throwing in my mobile storytelling guide. So 2 guides there. I think I might also include my 6 Video Confidence Secrets, my ebook that I wrote. It might also be included in that. I have to go back and check. But definitely you get my Video Gear Avalanche, which is my manual, and the storytelling guide, mobile storytelling guide. In addition, bonus number 5. This is one of my favorite bonuses. This is a Video Masters Black Box. What is this? Well, this is expert interviews, because though I know a lot about performing, delivering, producing videos. There are a lot of others who have other expertise. So there's a coach who specializes in business development. There's a Facebook Live expert. There's a business coach. There's all the other pieces that you need to fill in. There's a video marketer. All the other experts who can provide perspective, insights to help you be successful with your video marketing are all included in the Video Masters Black Box. I believe it's 6 expert interviews, and I'm planning to add to it as I go ahead and gather and collect additional interviews this year. And then also included is teleprompter mastery. All right, so teleprompter mastery is all about using a teleprompter. By the way, I will answer all your questions if you hang around to the end of this, and so no worries there. I'll answer all your questions if you may have any. All right, so remember, you get started now for just $4.97. Go to videofearless.co/order to get started. And you have 2 options basically. You can do nothing and take no risk and don't take a leap of faith. That's risk-free. Or you can do option number 2, which is ponying up this small investment today compared to all the value and return. I know this is I probably included too much information in this program, but that's why I called the Video Confidence School, because I wanted to include all the information to help you be successful in your video marketing efforts. So you have 2 choices. You can do nothing, or you can just invest a small investment, take a chance on Amani, take a chance on the program. You've already seen the results other people have had. And I do have a lifetime guarantee. If you do sign up and you don't, you go through the information, you don't have any results, at any point in time, like this is not 30 days, it's not 60 days, this is not 10 days. Just call me, we'll talk about it, and I'll give you your money back, no questions asked, no big deal. All right. So if you were to take a 3-credit college course, it'd be about $1,700. Once again, this program is $4.97. Remember, I'm nothing special. I'm not good at math. I'm forgetful. I lose things all the time, but I still know how to teach and make videos and share my knowledge with others through the same. That's really what my superpower is. That's all I want to help you do. And so remember, this is all you're going to get with the program. This is everything. The total value of this is over $12,000 worth of content you're going to get. You can see it there on your screen. And you're going to get that all right now for just $4.97. But remember, it goes up on Sunday to $9.97. So I do suggest, if you have questions for me, we set up a time to call. Just put me in the comments if you're interested in getting started. But if you do have any questions, I will answer them now. And if you're still watching, please put your questions in the comments, because I am monitoring the chat. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me. And if Tiffany or Nicole or any of the folks are watching, please ask your questions, or if you have questions about the program. A lot of folks ask me, when will I finish updating the content? So the content should be updated within about 2 weeks. I should have all the content updated. But the way it's staggered is basically, if you go through each module a week, 1 module a week, you should be able to finish in about 6 weeks all of the curriculum. And so by the time you get to the modules they need to be added, they will definitely be there in the program. Not a big deal. And that's only because I like I said, I was doing live group coaching, but I really wanted to make this available to everyone, so that at any time, if anyone wanted the information, they could invest in the program and it'd be available for them, as opposed to only offering it when I did open up my group coaching program. That's why I structured it that way. So if you guys have any questions, any general questions, I think Nicole had a question about a teleprompter. So there's a couple of different teleprompter options if you're still watching this. There's what's called the Parrot prompter, which is a little bit smaller prompter. Let me actually do this. Let me bring the camera back up. All right, so this is a teleprompter that I use. It's by a company called Caddy Buddy. This is it right here. So it's actually upside down. So there's a teleprompter here. The tablet sits here, and it just reflects in the screen. There's some different apps you can use, but if you go to caddybuddy.com, you can invest in this particular tripod. I think it costs like under $300. Now, we'll say, when it comes to, a lot of folks think that getting a teleprompter is a fast and easy solution to their messaging challenges. I will say that it is not always a guaranteed solution. That sometimes. Awesome. Okay, so you already get the point. All right, so what happens, Nicole, is that sometimes folks will First of all, the teleprompter can be a crutch, but the thing is that when you're reading a prompter, you're actually reading. And unless you read like you're talking, it can be sort of robotic. Like even when I'm reading from a teleprompter, it's not as natural. Like I'd rather just ad-lib my videos because I have a much naturler presentation style than when I'm reading from a prompter. That being said, if you get really familiar and get comfortable reading like you're talking, a teleprompter is a great solution. Like news anchors really good at that. It just takes some practice, really. You can do it, but that's why I really suggest, and you already said that you want to get comfortable first. So that's what I suggest, you just get comfortable first and then be in good shape. All right. Anyone else have any questions there? Tiffany, do you have any questions if you're still watching? I'm just watching my phone here because sometimes my comments don't pop up because I'm not on my Facebook page. Checking for questions. Any folks still watching for questions? All right, so once again, the link is videofearless.co/order if you're interested in the program. Remember, it's going to go up to $9.97 on Sunday. So the program will never, it has way more value, I feel, than $9.97 even, but that's what it's going up to. You have a few days to think about it. If you do have any questions, please reach out to me. I just want you to become camera confident. So if you do have any, I say after this, watching this presentation, try to make a video or two, right? Record a message. If you have any trouble messaging it, writing the messaging, figuring out what to say, reach out to me. I might be more than happy to help. I can hop on a call, answer any of your questions about the program if you do have any questions about that. And let's see. I'm not seeing any of the questions coming through. So I think and I normally have like frequently asked questions written out, but I didn't do that today, so I do apologize. All right. Remember, the Video Confidence School is open, and it will be priced at $4.97 until Sunday, after which it's going to go up to $9.97. So if you're interested in the program, I suggest you take action now. No pressure though; it's whatever you want to do. I will be around here. I can't guarantee we'll even stay at $9.97 for any length of time because my goal is to eventually scale it to a $19.97 course or more, but that's what it's at right now. Nicole says thanks. All right, cool, awesome. All right, so I will be in the group answering any of your questions, and I love to interact with you. I like to teach and share Amani Channel. And have a great night, everybody. I thank you so much for your attention and for being here with me. Oh, and we're just at an hour, so that's perfect. All right, see you later. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.